Russian forces have bombarded Ukraine's port city of Odesa with missiles and drones. Ukraine's Air Force revealed that 4 missiles and 22 attack drones were launched from the occupied region of Crimea of Ukraine at the Black Sea port late on Sunday. The attacks injured at least 8 people, destroyed grain, and damaged the 124-year-old Odesa Fine Arts Museum. We have more details in this report.
Tensions grow in Kyiv over status of war as Zelensky insists conflict with Russia is not a stalemate. Apparent divisions between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his military command are becoming increasingly public after a bitter back and forth over the state of play in the war with Russia. Igor Zovka, the deputy head of Zelensky's office, condemned an assessment by Ukrainian's military chief that the war with Russia is at a stalemate, deepening a feud in Kyiv which has heightened nerves about Western support for the conflict. Ukrainians face grim reality of a prolonged war with Russia amid battlefield stalemate. Tensions come at a pivotal moment in the war, with Kyiv's slow-moving counter-offensive and the outbreak of violence in the Middle East sparking fears on Western financial and military aid could begin to flag. Meanwhile, Russian forces have bombarded Ukraine's port city of Odesa with missiles and drones. 4 missiles and 22 attack drones were launched from the occupied region of Crimea of Ukraine at the Black Sea port late on Sunday. The attacks injured at least 8 people, destroyed grain, and damaged the 124-year-old Odesa Fine Arts Museum. President Volodymyr Zelensky reiterated his request for Western support ahead of the harsh winter months and for air defense system especially. European Commission President Ursula published a report on Wednesday assessing progress achieved towards membership by EU. The report and recommendation will inform a key decision in December by a summit of the EU's national leaders on whether to start formal membership negotiations with Kyiv. Since rising to power in 1999, President Vladimir Putin has increased military spending and sought to rebuild Russia's nuclear and conventional forces after the chaos that accompanied the 1991 fall of the Soviet Union. The Ukraine war has triggered the worst crisis in Moscow's relation with the West since. Russia aims to build a total of 10 to 12 Borei-class submarines to be divided between the Northern and Pacific fleets, according to the current plans disclosed by Russian media. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky called on the U.S. to provide more funding to help his forces counter Russia and invited former U.S. President Donald Trump to fly in to see the scale of conflict for himself. U.S. President Joe Biden, a Democrat, has pressed the U.S. Congress to pass $106 billion supplemental spending bill, with the bulk of the money going to bolster Ukraine's defense and the remainder split among Israel, the Indo-Pacific, and border enforcement. Russia has lost about more than 288,000 of its troops since the beginning of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, including 880 in the past day alone.